Some doors were never meant to open, but this one just did, and now there's no turning back. The June 6th portal isn't just a date on the calendar, it's a spiritual tripwire, one you've already triggered. Though June 6th is only a day away, the energy has already begun to move. Something ancient, quiet, and deeply real has been activated. This isn't a gentle whisper from the universe. It's a powerful energetic surge, shaking loose what no longer belongs. And not everything welcomes this disruption. If you've been sensing the shift, feeling something stirring around you, even if you can't quite explain it, trust that you're not imagining it. Drop a thought below, and if this speaks to you, comment 111 to align yourself with the unfolding transformation. What if there's a very real reason you're being chosen to go through this right now? Keep watching, because there's one specific purpose behind why this portal is opening for you, and you need to be aware of it. I'll explain exactly why in just a moment. But before we get to that, there's something darker circling this date. Something most people won't even notice until it's already moved through them. You were told to fear this pattern, but no one ever told you why. The 66 portal may seem a harmless number on the surface until you hear the echo it carries, that infamous sequence that's always been branded with fear, distortion, and superstition. You know the one, it's only one number away. You've already felt it. This portal brushes up dangerously close to that vibration, and even though it's not the same, it activates something similar. A resistance, a crackle in the air, a friction between what you are and what doesn't want you to remember. That around this portal, people report strange things, because the 66 frequency doesn't just open light, it exposes shadows that no longer want to hide. This portal isn't here to hurt you, it's here to grow you. But growth doesn't always feel comfortable when you're outshining frequencies that were never rooting for you to rise. Keep watching, because things are about to get a little less quiet. Some people calm a storm, others expose the storm that was always there. There's a strange phenomenon happening right now, and chances are you're already feeling it, even if you haven't named it yet. Some people walk into a space and bring peace. But there's a rarer kind, the ones who walk in and everything starts to stir. Not because they're causing trouble, but because their presence disrupts anything that was hiding. That's what you are right now, not a peacemaker, a light bearer. And around the 66 portal, your very presence becomes a catalyst. This isn't about being better than others. It's about your field carrying codes that wake things up, whether people like it or not. Your aura becomes louder. Your energy becomes undeniable. You walk in, and everything that's false starts to panic. People might get irritated for no reason. Conversations suddenly twist. Emotions start surfacing in others, not because you're doing anything wrong, but because your alignment is forcing misalignment to reveal itself. You're not here to soothe the chaos. You're here to reveal it, because only when it's seen can it be cleared. Your light doesn't just shine, it confronts, and that confrontation, it's not random, it's timed, especially now. Because whether you realize it or not, this portal doesn't just react to you, it activated you. And the timing is no coincidence. You were never meant to watch from the sidelines. If you're still watching this, it's not because you're curious. It's because you were chosen to remember something that most won't. This portal isn't random. These shifts you're feeling aren't mistakes. You didn't stumble into this moment. You arrived on time. Those who feel the intensity of this portal aren't just spiritually sensitive. They're energetically coded to act as stabilizers, as disruptors, as signal keepers in a world where everything is shaking loose. You're not here to be passive. You're not here to just watch the collective evolve from afar. You're here to anchor it. When energies rise and distortions surface, it's people like you who hold the frequency steady. You are not here by accident. You are the disruption. You are the frequency breaker. Everything you've been feeling, the discomfort, the pushback, the strange resistance, is not a sign that you're doing something wrong. It's the opposite. It means your presence is working. It means the field around you is adjusting to the codes you came to carry, even if it feels lonely, even if people don't get it. Especially because people don't get it. Because your light doesn't just illuminate, it interrupts. There's a limit, and they know it. Here's something few talk about, and even fewer understand. The resistance you've been feeling lately, the tension in certain conversations, the inexplicable withdrawal of people you once felt close to. It's not just emotional drift, it's energetic filtration. A thinning line has formed and not everything or everyone can cross it. That's the power of the 66 portal. It isn't just an opening, it's a sorting field. There are energies that may try to keep up with you, shadow you, mimic you. But the truth is, the portal has a boundary, and anything that can't match the resonance simply can't come through. There is a threshold, and while they might push, pry, or even try to manipulate their way past it, deep down, they know. They know the light they're pressing against was never built for them, and they can't hold it for long. You may have already noticed it. People ghosting out of your life without explanation. Things that once tempted you now seem distant. Habits and patterns you thought you'd have to battle through suddenly just stop fitting. It might feel like you're losing things, but what you're actually witnessing is spiritual quarantine in real time. The portal doesn't just invite you forward, it guards your path. And the further you walk, the more you'll see. Not everything can survive your glow-up. Not because you pushed it away, but because the frequency made the choice for you. Sometimes your evolution becomes your protection. People will leave, connections will fade. Some ties will snap without closure. Let them. The portal knows what it's doing. This isn't just personal growth, this is energetic survival. And for those darker energies that still try to linger, they may get close, they may linger at the edge, but they won't make it through. Not this time. The gate is sealed for them. And the light, it's only getting brighter from here. You are a frequency mirror, and not everyone likes their reflection. We're used to thinking that change shows up in how we act, in how we think, in the words we say, or the beliefs we carry. But when a portal like this opens, when the 66 frequency rolls in, the shift doesn't start in your thoughts. It starts in your aura. What most don't realize is that the energy around you, your field, your resonance, begins to scramble, not in a way that harms you, but in a way that disturbs the predictability others rely on. Suddenly, people who used to understand you can't read you anymore. They can't vibe with you like they did, and they don't know why. They just feel off around you. That's because the portal shakes your aura into revealing its truth. It peels away the performative layers, the masks you didn't even know you were wearing, and leaves your field in raw alignment. And that kind of clarity, it's confronting. Some people are drawn to it, like moths to flame. Almost obsessively, you'll notice people suddenly attaching to you, needing you, mirroring you. Not out of genuine connection, but because your field feels like direction. Others will flinch, pull back, get agitated, defensive, avoidant. Not because you did anything, but because your energy is saying what your words don't have to. Who you attract and who you repel in this frequency isn't random. It's revelation. This distortion is not a mistake. It's a mirror, recalibration. The masks other people wear begin to crack. You see through smiles. You feel tension that hasn't been spoken. You spot the energy mismatch in the room, and no one else can unsee it either. This is why the 66 portal isn't just a spiritual vibe, it's a social earthquake. You may suddenly realize who's been draining you for months, or why someone new feels eerily familiar. The field doesn't lie anymore. Your aura becomes a truth serum, and truth always disturbs before it liberates. So if people are acting strange around you, overly clingy or suddenly distant, don't internalize it. It's not about your worth, it's about your wavelength. And trust this, the ones who are meant to rise with you, they won't flinch when your light turns up. They'll follow it, or reflect it back. Some numbers don't whisper, they strike. We've been taught to see numbers as silent, just symbols, harmless sequences that sit still on clocks and calendars, doing what we tell them. But that's not how this works, not when it comes to portal codes. 66 is not a date, it's a tone, a frequency chord that rings across layers of consciousness, not just yours, but the collective's. When this particular sequence arrives, it doesn't slip in politely. It vibrates, like a tuning fork jammed into the middle of a dream you didn't know you were having. It doesn't ask your attention, it seizes it. And what makes the 66 portal so unique is that it doesn't come with the weight of obvious darkness or the glow of comforting light. It comes with something more confusing, a disruptive sweetness, like a melody that's haunting because it's just a little too beautiful to trust. The kind of energy that both attracts and alarms. Some frequencies don't destroy illusions, they seduce them into collapse. That's why, during this portal, some people spiral, suddenly ungrounded, emotionally chaotic, lashing out, or just quietly drifting away from themselves. Others, they ascend. They don't even try. It's as if something invisible just clicked into place, like their soul had been waiting for this ringtone for lifetimes, and the moment it rang, they remembered. It's not random. It's resonance. The 66 tone doesn't change you. It reveals you. It lets you hear what you've already been vibrating with beneath the surface. And if you've been aligned even quietly, it hits you like clarity. But if you've been out of tune, the dissonance gets loud. This is why you'll notice extremes around you. People either feel magnetized and lit up, or triggered and panicked. There's rarely a middle ground when this number rings. And let's be clear, this isn't spiritual aestheticism. This is ancient signal coding. Numbers like 66 don't arrive to be observed. They arrive to activate. They don't knock on your door. They are the siren that exposes where the door always was. And whether you run toward it or hide from it is the only thing the portal is watching. Not everyone will notice it, but those who do were never meant to ignore it. You weren't asked to be here. You were summoned. The 66 portal doesn't come with an instruction manual, a flashing sign, or a clear invitation. It doesn't announce itself in the way most people expect. It shows up coded, disguised inside synchronicities, fatigue, vivid dreams, digital patterns, déjà vu, and moments that feel like small coincidences but aren't. It's not there to ask you anything. It's there to test if you even know how to listen. You don't have to say yes to the invitation. But if you felt the weirdness rising, if you've been seeing the same number again and again, or waking up more tired than you went to sleep, or noticing how reality feels just slightly bent, then the code's already been delivered, and you're already responding, even if you don't know it yet. This portal splits reality into two frequencies, the activated and the observers, those who feel called and those who keep asking for proof. And here's the truth. If you're waiting for a sign, this was the sign. It was always going to be subtle because power hides in plain sight. You don't get handed your mission under a spotlight. You hear it in whispers that won't leave your mind. You feel it in the urge to do something, say something, become something you can't quite name yet. And that urge? That's the code unfolding. But here's where the invitation gets real. What will you do with it? Not everyone gets activated, and not everyone who does responds. You're not just being pulled upward, you're being watched, not in a creepy way, in a cosmic evaluation kind of way. Because the universe doesn't reward awareness, it rewards movement. The code didn't come to decorate your life, it came to rewrite it. The only question left is, will you act like nothing happened, or will you become the reason everything does? Silence is not peace. Sometimes it's just the last breath before the quake. You may have felt it, that strange stillness hanging in the air these past few days. Not peaceful, not chaotic, just strange, like reality was holding its breath, like something was about to land, but no one was saying it out loud. That was the false calm. And now it's over. The 66 portal doesn't come in quietly. It tears the stillness open. What used to feel like background noise suddenly steps forward. Conversations you brushed off, they echo louder now. That gut feeling you kept ignoring, it's practically screaming. This is what happens when the veil stops being soft and starts becoming a blade. You'll start to notice how things that seemed minor now show themselves as massive. A passing dream that actually matches something real. A flicker of discomfort that turns into undeniable truth. A person you felt unsure about. Suddenly you see exactly why. Because the 66 portal doesn't just bring in light, it removes your ability to pretend. This isn't an awakening, it's a confrontation, and the mirror doesn't blink. You're going to feel your inner compass force itself to point toward what? That's different for everyone. But one thing is the same across the board. You won't be allowed to stay still. This portal upgrades your inner clarity so aggressively that your old ways of ignoring it, scrolling past it, numbing it, rationalizing it, stop working. The messages keep arriving, and they're louder than ever. Some of you might feel tension for no reason. Others will feel relief that doesn't match the situation. Don't try to make it logical. It's not. The frequencies are too fast for logic to catch up. It's emotional, energetic, primal. And that's the catch. You're not just seeing the truth more clearly. The truth is seeing you too. This is the hour when your inner reality can no longer hide behind excuses. When distractions can't muffle alignment. When even silence becomes loud enough to move your bones. If you've been waiting for a clear sign, you're standing in it. And what happens next isn't the return of calm. It's the arrival of clarity, raw, blunt, unmistakable. So prepare. Because this isn't the part where things settle. This is the part where everything hidden breaks open. Not every light welcomes you. Some of it exposes you. We like to think of light as gentle, healing, warm. But what if light also judges? The energy around this portal isn't neutral. It's intelligent. And it's moving like a current. Scanning, sorting, splitting. Not to punish, but to refine. During 66, you may find yourself drawn to certain places or people like a magnet, while others suddenly feel uncomfortable, heavy, or even repulsive. Don't fight it. What used to coexist is being filtered. The light is no longer offering itself to everything, and yes, it feels personal, because it is. You might walk into a room and feel like you don't belong, not because you're unwelcome, but because your energy simply doesn't fit anymore. You're not being pushed away. You're being redirected. Realignment feels like rejection, until you realize where you are headed wasn't meant to hold you. Even thoughts start sorting themselves. Certain ideas, distractions, habits, they just don't stick the same. You try to go back to them, but it's like your own soul won't cooperate. That's not failure. That's frequency protection. And on the flip side, people might start reacting to you in strange ways. Irrational resistance, unprovoked closeness. Some will ghost, others will cling. It's all part of the energy choosing its placement. Light doesn't argue, it arranges. This portal is not a vibe check, it's a placement test. The question isn't, where do you want to be? The question is, where does your energy already belong? So if things fall away, fall apart, or fall silent, let them. It's not you being shut out, it's you being lifted out. The light doesn't chase, it illuminates. And when it chooses sides, it only chooses the truth. You're not waiting for 66. You've already stepped into it. This isn't something you're preparing for. It's something you're already inside. The idea that portals only activate on a date, at a precise hour, under a perfect alignment, that's old thinking. Portals are not scheduled appointments. They are energetic thresholds, and they open the moment your frequency aligns with what's on the other side. And guess what? If you're here, if you're feeling all of this, You're not anticipating the 66 portal. You're already moving through it. You might have noticed the difference already, even if you didn't have the words for it. Certain conversations suddenly feel louder, more intense. The things you used to brush off. That strange tension in your chest. The way your attention keeps getting pulled back to certain numbers, symbols, or people. They're no longer easy to ignore. That's because the shift isn't coming. It's been here. You're not in prelude mode. You're in the process. And yes, it's uncomfortable. That friction, the strange mood swings, the odd behavior from people you know, the moments where everything feels off, even when it shouldn't. That's not you losing your center. That's your field interacting with a portal that's already active. You're syncing up with a frequency that strips illusions bare, and not everything around you knows how to react. But this isn't something to fear. The chaos doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. The static doesn't mean you're unworthy. In fact, it's the opposite. It means you've been recognized by the portal before your conscious mind could even process what was happening. Transformation doesn't knock. It walks in when your soul signals yes. You've already passed the threshold. What you're feeling now, this sense that something has begun, even if you can't name it, that is the shift. And it's not something you need to fully understand to move through. You just need to not fight it. Don't dim yourself. Don't shrink. Don't second-guess your intuition just because others can't feel what you're feeling. This isn't about fear. This is about recognition. The veil didn't lift on a schedule. It lifted because of you. The truth is, while others are still waiting for the beginning, you're already living it. If you're still here, thank you for watching. If you found value in this content and want more, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It truly means a lot. I'd love to hear your thoughts or experiences, so feel free to drop a comment below. Until next time, take care and stay tuned for more meaningful content.